this is Haley, this is Owen, and I chose to hike the Katy Trail for the second part of my honors project because I wanted to get out in nature again, just like we did with the kayaking. And I think I've been on the Katy Trail before, but I can't really remember if I have or not. But I have a feeling like I've gone with my aunt, I think, when I was way younger. So I just wanted to do something that I probably wouldn't normally choose to do. And the Katy Trail has a lot of history, and it's like a super long trail with a lot of different trailheads and everything. So, yeah. Have you ever been here before?
No.
We're at the Katy Trail.
It's freezing.
And we're super excited to go on a hike.
Yep.
So based on what I read about the Katy Trail, it used to be the Missouri, Kansas, Texas Railroad. So the trail basically follows where the railroad used to be and the route it used to take. So unfortunately, we will not be walking the entirety of the Katy Trail because that's a little too long for me. What do you think?
I agree. Too long.
Okay, so we're here.
The 1 is super important, but the 2 is too, because that's parking in the bathroom.
So on this map, I think we're about like here. What you reading?
You know, history and much more. When the railroad ceased operations on its route in Missouri from Matchins in St. Charles County to Sedalia. I have friends in Sedalia. Shout out Will Mensch, I miss you, and I love you.
So apparently the Katy Trail has a lot of small towns and communities that used to thrive when it used to be the railroad. And a lot of those places still offer like dining and lodging for people along the Katy Trail.
And a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah, there's that too.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
I don't want to run.
I'm trying to run to warm up and he's not having it.
Oregon is not this cold.
So far we've seen one person running by, and then there's also a guy collecting firewood over there. Very jealous. Wish we had a fire going right now.
Me too.
Are we having so much fun?
Yes.
Alright, we made our way to a different part of the trail.
Yep.
Hopefully this part will be a little more exciting. It looks like there's more stuff over here. I saw a bridge on the way here. I kind of want to go find it. Some obstacles
It's freezing.
that we're facing right now is how cold it is. But it's still worth it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This fresh air, and especially during winter, I feel like we don't get out of the house because obviously it's freezing, and this was like an excuse to actually go out in nature. So I feel like it's good that we're out here, and we're super happy about it, right?
Yep.
Yep. Physically, we feel cold.
And I want to go to the casino.
Okay, well, that's how you feel emotionally. Emotionally, Owen is in the casino.
Blackjack.
Physically I'm cold, but I'm feeling my muscles start to warm up. So it kind of reminds me of like going to soccer games when it was like below freezing, snowing, and having to push through the cold anyway. So emotionally it's kind of taking me back to there, and I keep jogging to stay warm. So it's kind of nice.
I'm not jogging.
Okay.
And she's off, leaving me behind because I said I'm not gonna run. She said it warms her up, so she's probably gonna stop at some point and turn around and run in place while I catch up. So yeah, she's still going. I called it. I knew it. I'm smart. I knew it was gonna happen. Boom. Here she comes back.
I'm warmed up again. Also, when looking up the history of this place, there was an event where I think one of the people in charge of the railroad, it said, had 2 locomotives hit each other head on, and that was like a marketing strategy. But because he did that, there was like a bunch of people watching it happen, and then because of the head-on collision, 3 people died. So it wasn't a great marketing strategy, but that was one of the like history points when I was looking this up that I thought was like really interesting and kind of crazy that they used that as a marketing strategy. And like Katy Trail also like loosely follows the Missouri River, which I guess the part that we're on right now isn't exactly
Nowhere near the river.
Nowhere near the river. We're just near a road. But normally there are some parts of the trail that you come into contact with the river as you're going along. We have yet to come into contact with it.
I don't think we will.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Alrighty. Would you recommend this experience to other people?
Hiking, yes. This trail, if you like being in nature more, no.
Yeah.
Kind of on a road the entire time.
Yeah. I feel like that's because it used to be like a railroad, so there used to be a bunch of, you know, homes and businesses on the sides. So like the history aspect of that is cool, but the trail itself, it's kind of just dirt and like a little bit of grass on either side, but there's not anything really to look at.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good, like, I think it would be a good like biking trail.
Good running too, maybe.
Yeah, if you're just trying to run straight and not see anything, if you're just trying to be outside, I feel like it'd be good for that. But usually when I like go hiking, it's more for the scenery and like the walking experience of looking at everything. And yeah, there's not much scenery out here. It is cold, so I feel like if the grass was still alive, it would look a little nicer. But even then, you can still hear like all the cars going by, so it's not like you're like in the middle of nature or anything. So definitely not my favorite hiking trail, but the history part of it is still cool to learn about. So yeah. All right. Overall, I would call this a successful hike.
I would say so.
Spent about an hour out here. Still cold.
See you next time.
I hope not.